Alright, welcome back to Scotch Egg. Alright, now I made 4 eggs. I did one. I'm going to do another one because I don't want to run out of sausage. Now, what you do is you take the actual egg itself, okay? And I'm going to put the camera down because it's going to be tough. Hang on a second. Alright, there we go. Should be able to see now. Okay. I'm going to take a liberal amount of sausage. I'm going to go around the egg. Now, you got to mess around with it a little bit until it sinks down into the sausage. Then you want to bring up the corners of the sausage like so. Okay? Until you have that egg incorporated. Now, if you have to add a little bit more sausage, so be it. Now, the interesting thing about this when I first did it was I realized that the ratio of sausage that you get, like you could have a pound of sausage, it'll go fast. Because you're covering an entire egg and you need enough around it to do that. Okay? So, basically, that's what it looks like before it's being coated in the wonderful flour that we seasoned up with the Catalina mix and everything. Okay. Now what I want to do is drop it and then just put my hands right into the flour and pick it up again like a snowball. You make a snowball out of it. Now remember, there's an egg in the middle of this, which is really cool. Okay. As I said, I strayed from the original recipe. I added onion. I added a little New York sharp cheddar cheese, which is really nice. That's going to complement it. You know, but I wanted enough cheese in there so that it wouldn't melt and make it look displeasing. I wanted enough so that it was going to be a compliment rather than overbearing. All right, next, right into the egg. All I do with this is I roll it around in the egg just to make sure I got all the dry spots coated. Okay? Then, boom, right into the panko and the Italian breadcrumbs. Now, I'm off camera, you can't see, but I'll show you the finished product in just a second. What I'm doing right now is I'm doing the snowball effect again, but I'm picking up the actual, let me see if I can turn the camera. Okay, I'm picking it up. See, I'm holding it in my hand like a snowball, and then I'm just going over it with the panko. Okay, and the Italian breadcrumb. And the finished product will look like this. It's a lightly coated, like meatball almost, but it has a sauce. It's made with sausage. You can make this with ground turkey. Any kind of ground meat will work for this recipe. All right, we're gonna turn it back over here. We're gonna do the other one. Okay, I'm hoping to get 4, but I think I'm gonna get 3. But that's fine. 3 is okay. 1 for the past, 1 for the present, and 1 for the future, right, folks? Okay, see the egg, how it's gonna start disappearing? I'm gonna go around it and mold it like that. Okay? Now make sure you get that sucker tucked in there. Sometimes you got to mess around with it. Just like a snowball when you were a kid, remember? Keep working it. Okay, right into the Catalina. Now I can hold it in my hand and do it that way, and drop it on the pot that has the Catalina on it. So what we're really trying to do is hold the whole darn thing together. That's the whole idea of what we're doing here. Okay. Behind me I have my saucier heating up, and I'm using vegetable oil as opposed to olive oil, simply because I had more of it, and I don't know, the flavor of the vegetable oil is not too bad. You know, the olive oil is always better, but olive oil is expensive, so. And I'll show you the ratio of oil that I'm using to get this done. All I want to do is brown it nicely, and then I'm going to finish it in the oven. It's going to be beautiful. Now don't forget, whenever you're dealing with any kind of a ground meat, if it's not lean and it does have fat content in it, it's going to render itself, and you're going to have an awful lot of juice or au jus that comes from the meat. So always remember, you got to put it into a deep dish. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to finish one here. Give me a second. Sorry for being off camera. I'll be right with you. Okay. Now, I'm going to be off camera for another second. I'm going to wash my hands. Those breadcrumb off me. Yeah, you know, it's kind of funny because it's a very involved process sometimes to get this stuff done, you know. You got to go through steps, and I'm trying to show you as many as I can. And I'm doing other things that there's not on camera that you can see. Now, what I want you to see is, you see how if you can see the smoke coming up? That's very important. You got to have a hot pan for this. You don't want something that's lukewarm. You want a hot, smoking, you want that oil going, okay? You put the camera down so you can see. Okay. Dry my hands off here. All right. Now, here's what they look like. These are the Scotch eggs ready to go into the hot oil, okay? They're pretty beautiful. As I said, I do a lot of stuff off camera also, and I put my mise en place together, and sometimes I just don't have enough time to show you everything, but I try to explain as I go along. Okay, next step, we're going to take our wonderful Scotch egg, and we're going to drop it directly into the oil. All right, 2 and 3. Now, this is important. Most people immediately start moving stuff around. Remember what I told you. Put it in and let the oil do its job. Let it start to brown nicely. Now, when you are ready to turn it, you're not going to grab a pair of tongs, okay? You're going to grab a spoon like this. Then you're going to grab one side of it and just turn it gently. And I will do that in the next episode. When I come back, it'll be turned and you'll see the other side. You'll see it browning and the other side will be browning, and then we'll put it into a nice Pyrex, throw it into the oven, and then I'm going to show you the sauce that I put together off camera. I'll explain what I did and how I'm going to kick it up a few notches. All right, we'll see you on the next episode. Thanks for joining us on another episode of Culinary Composition with me, your host, Chef JC.